Shalom, shalom, Shabbat, shalom.
Shabbat, shalom.
Praise Yahweh. It's
Praise
good
Yahweh.
to be here once again on the Shabbat Layil, the night part of the Shabbat in our Bible study. And we are going to start a lesson this evening that we're going to finish on the day part. And it's called, That Day Was the Preparation Day. Let's go to Yachanan or John, the 19th chapter. That day was the preparation day. John, the 19th chapter. We're going to see that Yahweh set up a day called the preparation day. And he tells us exactly what it's about.
Yes.
And what to do on that day. John 19, let's read one verse, verse 42.
Hallelujah.
John 19 and verse 42 reads.
John 19:42.
Yes.
There laid they Yahshua, therefore, because of the Jews' preparation day, for the sepulchre was nigh at hand.
So it says, there laid they Yahshua, therefore, because of, it says the Yadim, but we're going to find out Yahweh classifies that as his preparation day. It says, because of Yadim preparation Yom, for the sepulchre was nigh at hand. Let's go to the Old Testament, to Exodus, the 19th chapter. So this verse describes the preparation day as the Jews' preparation day, but we're going to go back to the Zakim Barik, the Old Testament. We're going to find out it's Yahweh's
Hallelujah.
preparation day.
That's
Exodus
right.
19. Now in that Greek scripture, that word preparation in Greek is found at Strong's number 3904. 3904. And it means the day on which, it says, the Yadim or the Hebrews made necessary preparation to celebrate an event regarding Yahweh. All right, we're in Exodus 19. We're going to read one verse, because they said it was the Yadim's preparation.
So they
day.
say,
well, Yahweh, he lets us know whose day it is.
That's right.
Exodus 19, let's read verse 11, please.
Hallelujah.
And be ready against the third day. For the third day, Yahweh will come down in the sight of all the people upon Mount Sinai.
Now we're going to read this account in Exodus 19th chapter, but we're just jumping right in here into verse 11, and we'll find out who was saying this. Somebody's saying be ready.
Right.
It says against the third day, but he's talking about on the third Yom, or the third day. For what's going to happen on the third day? For on the third Yom, Yahweh will come down in the sight of all Ha'am, or the people, upon Mount Sinai. So this English word day in Hebrew is Yom. It's found at Strong's number 3117. And it's from an unused root, meaning to be hot, a day as the warm hours, whether literal, sunrise to sunset, or from one evening to the next, or figuratively a space of time.
Okay.
So when we hear an English day, we think 24 hours. But this Hebrew word day, we're going to find out, it just means a period of time. It can mean a year.
Okay.
All right? So the Hebrew word yom, which is day, it means age, it means always, it means continually, it means daily, it means today, it means nowadays, it means 2 days, it means days are gone, it means evening, it means forever, it means everlasting, it means more, it means full life, it means as long as one lives.
Okay. Praise God.
It means old, it means perpetually. So this word yom is not just talking about a 24-hour period.
Right.
It means a full year. It can mean yearly. All right, let's go back to the New Testament, to Luke. So now we're going to understand when we go back to Exodus who said to be ready against the third day. But we see that the people are going to meet with Yahweh on the third day. And he's telling them, okay, now you need to get ready.
Right.
So Yahweh established this preparation day. Let's go to Luke 14. So we his people know to prepare ourselves to meet with him.
Yes.
We have to prepare.
Yes, we do.
We don't just show up, we prepare. Luke 14, and he tells us what to prepare.
Hallelujah.
Luke 14, and we're going to move a little swifter this evening because I want to be sure that I finish it up on the day part.
Hallelujah.
And with the reader in training on the day part, we got a veteran this evening, so
Praise
we
Yahweh.
can have the pace move a little faster. Luke
Hallelujah.
14, and let's start at verse 28, please.
Praise Yahweh.
Luke 14:28.
Mhm.
For which of you intending to build a tower sitteth not down first and counteth the cost, whether ye have sufficient to finish it?
You know what Yahweh is what Yahshua is using this parable for, is to let us know, all right, Yahweh has a day that's a preparation
That's
day.
right.
So he's saying, whatever you're going to build, whatever you're going to do, he said, you're kind of crazy if you don't sit down and take it to
That's
account,
right.
okay, exactly what needs to be done,
Right.
how you going to do it, you break it down, you just don't jump out there without some type of planning or
That's right.
preparation.
Prepare
He
yourself.
said, for which of you intending to build a tower doesn't first sit down and count the cost? All right, what is this going to cost me to do this?
Right.
Whether he have sufficient to finish it. Because we don't want to start something and not be able to finish it.
That right.
And if we don't count the costs and kind of overview what we need to do, then we will start something and we won't finish
That's it.
All right, verse 29.
Lest haply, after he had laid the foundation and is not able to finish it, all that behold it begin to mock him.
All right, because they call you foolish
Yeah.
because you didn't count the cost. You didn't
Right.
take into account what needed to be done, so you could not just start the project or whatever it is, but finish it.
Right.
All right, verse 30.
Saying, this man began to build and was not able to finish.
31.
Or what king going to make war against another king sitting not down first and consulted whether he be able with 10,000 to meet him that cometh against him with 20,000?
So what Yahshua is showing us is that when we sit down and we prepare, like Yahweh has provided a preparation day for us to prepare, then you're less liable to leave something out that you need to get done before you meet with Yahweh.
Hallelujah.
He said, what king going to war against another melech or king sitteth not down first and consulted whether he be able with 10,000 to meet him that cometh against him with 20,000.
Right.
So to really see, okay, what's coming against me, so then maybe I need to reach out to this king because he has more than I have, and maybe there's another option.
Right.
So when I'm sitting down ahead of time,
Yes.
you know how they use that thing about when people wait till the last minute,
Right.
like in college, and they cram for the exam and when they should have been studying all semester long, and they're not going to do as well. They try to take no dose or whatever it is to keep them up all night, speed. But if they had just done it a little at a time.
Preparation.
All right, so he's saying when you use the preparation day like Yahweh gave it to use, then you'll be able to see these options that are available to you. All right, verse 32.
Or else, while the other is yet a great way off, he sendeth an ambassage and desireth conditions of peace.
So he says you have some other options,
Right.
and you want to be able to use all the options because you want to prepare as best you can to meet with Yahweh.
Yes.
Verse 33.
So likewise, whosoever he be of you that forsaketh not all that he hath, he cannot be my disciple.
So he's saying this is what the cost is. And people have this thing going around, salvation is free. Well, it is free, but then again, it's not. Because Yahweh said you're bought with a price, so you're not your own anymore.
No, we're not.
So really, salvation is free, but then it's not free because now you're
It's a price
up
we
under
have
the
to pay.
master's, whatever it is that he says
Yeah.
you need to do.
Yeah, praise
So
somebody
it
else.
does cost you something.
Yes, it is a price.
So likewise, whosoever he be of you that forsaketh not all that he hath, he cannot be my disciple. All right, let's go back to the Old Testament,
Praise
to
the
Exodus,
mighty
the
Yah.
19th chapter, so we can see. You're going to be ready against the third day.
Uh-huh.
And for what? What's going on? Exodus 19. And then
Hallelujah.
prepare.
Hallelujah.
In order to be ready, you have to prepare.
Yes, you do.
You have to do something.
Yep, that's it.
Don't just show up. Exodus 19, and this time we're going to start at verse 3.
Hallelujah.
Let's see what this account is about, where Yahweh said to be ready against the third day because you're going to meet with me.
Okay.
Verse 3 reads,
And Moshe went up unto Elohim, and Yahweh called unto him out of the mountain, saying, Thus shalt thou say to the house of Jacob, and tell the children of Israel.
now, he's talking to our forefathers, but he's also talking to us
That right.
today.
Y'all right.
Verse 4.
Ye have seen what I did unto the Mizraims, and how I bare you on eagle's wings, and brought you unto myself.
Now he's saying now, I'm letting you know what I did for you, and I'm letting you know why I did it. I brought you unto myself.
Yes.
Okay, now I'm going to let you know what I need you to do.
Right.
Verse 5.
Now therefore, if ye will obey my voice indeed, and keep my covenant, then ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people. For all the earth is mine.
All right, he's letting you know who you are.
Right.
All right, but you have to do something in order to be that.
Right.
Verse 6.
And ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests and an holy nation. These are the words which thou shalt speak unto the children of Yisrael.
It says, if you will obey my voice and shamar my mitzvah, then you shall be a peculiar singular unto me above all I am. For all high earth is mine, and you shall be a Malkuth of Kohen and a Kadash Am. Go eat. These are the debar which thou shalt amar unto Haban of Yisrael. Yahweh said that to our forefathers. He's saying it to us now.
That's right.
And he said, if you will obey my voice.
If. It's a price.
All right, verse 7.
And Moshe came and called for the elders of the people, and laid before their faces all these words which Yahweh commanded him.
Verse 8.
And all the people answered together and said, All that Yahweh has spoken we will do. And Moshe returned the words of the people unto Yahweh.
All right, so they have a covenant going. All right.
Right.
Yahweh said, if you do
They
this,
agree.
they said, okay, we agree. So
Right.
they're in covenant now.
Right.
Okay. Verse 9.
And Yahweh said unto Moshe, Lo, I come unto thee in a thick cloud, that the people may hear when I speak with thee, and believe thee forever. And Moshe told the words of the people unto Yahweh.
All right, so Yahweh said, I'm going to make an appearance. Really, this is Yahshua, but same difference. He's Yahweh
Right.
too.
They are one. They are God.
And Yahweh amar unto Moshe, Lo, I come unto thee in a thick cloud, that I am a shamar when I amar with thee, and believe thee forever. So he did this to help them know beyond a shadow of a doubt it was him talking.
Okay.
And believe forever. And Moshe told the debar of I am unto Yahweh. All right, verse 10.
And Yahweh said unto Moshe, Go unto the people, and sanctify them today and tomorrow, and let them wash their clothes.
Now, verse 11 that we read earlier said, tell them to be ready against the third day.
Right.
And it said here in verse 10, and Yahweh amar unto Moshe, go unto Ha'am and sanctify them today and tomorrow, and let them wash their clothes. So Yahweh is letting us know that's part of getting ready for Yahweh.
Okay.
Preparation.
Yes, it is.
The English word preparation is the Hebrew word kun. That's K-U-W-N. It's found at Strong's number 3559. It's a primitive root word meaning to cause, to set up, to establish, to fix, to prepare, to render sure, to It's faithfulness. It's to fashion. It's to fasten. It's to be fitted. It's to be fixed. It's to frame. It's to be meet. It's to ordain. It's to perfect. It's to make preparation. It's to prepare self. It's to make provision, to be ready, to make ready,
Hallelujah.
to make right, to set aright. It's all in this
Yes.
word
Praise the
preparation.
mighty Yah.
To set fast, to set forth, to be stable, to stand.
Yes.
All right, let's skip down to verse 14. All right.
Praise the mighty Yah.
Verse
And it
14.
reads, yes.
Verse 14. And Moshe went down from the mount unto the people and sanctified the people, and they washed their clothes.
So, Yahweh told Moshe to sanctify the people and to let them wash their clothes to prepare.
Okay.
So that's part of what gets done on this preparation day. All right, let's go back to the New Testament, to Yachanan or John, 19th
Hallelujah.
chapter. John, the 19th chapter.
Praise the mighty Yah. Hallelujah. Totally, Yahweh.
John 19th chapter. And we're going to start at 30.
Hallelujah.
John 19. In the New Testament, here we're looking at the reaffirmation that the preparation day is to be used to get ready
Okay.
and to prepare ourselves and the equipment necessary
Right.
to celebrate a Shabbat,
Hallelujah.
feast, or an event
Yes.
involving Yahweh.
Hallelujah.
All right, John 19, and let's read verse 30, please.
Praise Yahweh.
When Yahshua therefore had received the vinegar, he said, It is finished. And he bowed his head and gave up the spirit.
31.
The Jews therefore, because it was the preparation that the bodies should not remain upon the cross on the Shabbat day, for that Shabbat day was an high day, besought Pilate that their legs might be broken and that they might be taken away.
So we're seeing in this Kadash Barik that they just said the preparation.
Right.
But so we're supposed to know, even though it doesn't say day, we're
Right.
still talking about getting ready for an event with Yahweh.
Right.
That Shabbat being a high day
Yes.
means it's a day to be esteemed highly for its great weight and importance. It's a yearly Shabbat which overrides the weekly Shabbat.
Right.
So what Yahweh is going to show us is that there's a preparation day for the weekly Shabbat as well as the yearly Shabbat.
All right.
All right, let's go to Matthew or Matthew's, the 27th chapter. It said, because it was the preparation, then they had to take the bodies off the cross. Matthew 27. We're going to start at verse 59.
Hallelujah.
Matthew 27 and verse 59.
And when Yosef had taken the body, he wrapped it in a clean linen cloth
Verse 60.
and laid it in his own new tomb, which he had hewn out in the rock. And he rolled a great stone to the door of the sepulchre and departed.
Now we're seeing Yosef, who is a servant of Yahweh, and we're seeing that he's taking that body, Yahshua's body, and he's getting it down off the cross
Right.
before the yearly, the high day begins. It says, and Yosef, when Yosef had taken Hagibiyah, he wrapped it in a clean linen cloth and laid it in his own new tomb, which he had hewn out of Hasur, and he rolled a great sewer to the door of the sepulchre, and he left.
Okay.
All right, 61.
And there was Mary Magdalene and the other Mary sitting over against the sepulchre.
Verse 62.
And now the next day that followed the day of the preparation, the chief priests and Pharisees came together unto Pilate.
Now, if Yahweh has a preparation day before the weekly Shabbat and before the high days or yearly Shabbat, we see these people, these Yadim, break it. The yearly Shabbat. It says, now the next Yom that followed Yom of the preparation. Remember, the preparation is before the holy day.
Okay.
It said the chief Kohen and the Pharisees came together unto Pilate. So they came to conduct some secular business
Okay.
on
The yearly
the
Shabbat.
high Sabbath.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right. So let's read verse 63.
saying, Sir, we remembered that deceiver said, while he was yet alive, after 3 days I will rise again.
Now this is the high Shabbat.
Right.
And they are conducting secular business. They're before Pilate.
Okay.
All right. Verse 64.
Command therefore that the sepulchre be made sure until the 3rd day, lest his disciples come by night and steal him away, and say unto the people, he is risen from the dead. So the last error shall be worse than the first.
All right, now they're asking Pilate. It says, Sabbath, therefore that the sepulchre be made sure until the 3rd Yom, lest his disciples come by Layil and steal him away. And Amar unto Ha'am, he is risen from Hamut, so the last error shall be worse than the first. So they're saying, okay, Pilate, they're conducting this secular business, and they're saying, okay, Pilate, we need you to do something.
Okay.
Now, we're going to see that Pilate said, hey, you do it yourself. I give you permission, you do it. But the whole thing is, this is a high Shabbat.
Right.
And they're in there conducting business. That's why you see people today on high Shabbats, Israel,
Right. Y'all
still
Tell it like it
conducting
is.
their secular business.
Right. Tell it like it is, Rob.
There's always been some in Israel that did
Yeah,
that.
always.
All right, verse 65.
Pilate said unto them, ye have a watch, go your way, make it as sure as ye can.
66.
So they went and made the sepulchre sure, sealing the stone and setting a watch.
So who took care of it? Israel,
Israel.
the priests, and the Pharisee. Pilate and unto them, ye have a watch, go your way,
Yeah.
make it as sure as you can. He said, you do it.
Right.
They're doing this on the holy day.
Okay.
66. So they went and made the sepulchre sure, sealing Hasur and setting a watch. They broke the high
And
Shabbat.
he did some work.
Go to Luke, the 23rd
Praise
chapter.
the mighty Yah.
Yahweh is going to show us there's some things that we're supposed to do on preparation day that Yahweh forbids us to do on the holy day and the weekly Shabbat.
Y'all right, so the hams can know.
23, that's why he gave us the preparation
That's
day.
right.
He gave us time to do it and said, do it on that day.
Right.
Which is a period of time, not a specific day, just do it before
Right.
the holy day,
Right.
whether it's the weekly or yearly. Luke 23, and let's start at verse 50, please.
Hallelujah.
Luke 23 and verse 50 reads,
And behold, there was a man named Yosef, a counselor, and he was a good man and a just.
okay, verse 51.
The same had not consented to the counsel and deed of them. He was of Arimathea, a city of the Jews, who also himself waited for the kingdom of Elohim.
So Yahweh is giving us another account of what the righteous do
Okay.
and what the unrighteous do.
Right.
So here is Yosef making sure he gets done on the preparation day
Right.
what needs to be done.
Okay.
And then he's identified, it says, verse 51, the same had not consented
All right.
to Ha'etzah and deed of them. He was of Arimathea, a city of Hayadim, who also himself waited for Hamalkuth of Elohim. All right, so he was a righteous man.
Okay.
All right, verse 52.
This man went unto Pilate and begged the body of Yahshua.
53.
And he took it down and wrapped it in linen and laid it in a sepulchre that was hewn in stone, wherein never man before was laid.
54.
And that day was the preparation, and the Shabbat drew on.
Now,
Somebody
he knew
got-
he had to get it
He
done
knew it. Right.
on the preparation day.
Right.
He went to Pilate and begged Hagibiah of Yahshua, and he took it down and wrapped it in linen and laid it in a sepulchre that was hewed in Sur, wherein never Adam before was laid. And that Yom was the preparation. He did it legally according to Yahweh's Torah.
Right.
And Shabbat drew on.
Right.
We
Shabbat
just saw the chief priests,
Break
the priests, and the Pharisees
Breaking
on the high Shabbat
Right. Breaking the Shabbat.
conducting business that was forbidden to be conducted.
Right. Thus says Yahweh.
Verse 55.
And the women also, which came with him from Galilee, followed after, and beheld the sepulchre and how his body was laid.
Now you have some Iyshshah, you have some women
Okay.
that were watching Yowm and putting the body in there.
Right.
And they knew that if they wanted to do these spices and ointments, they had to do it before
That right.
the high Shabbat.
That like it is, Ra.
All right, so it says, and Iyshshah also, which came with him, with
Okay.
Yowm from Galilee, followed after, and beheld the sepulchre and how his Gibeah was laid.
Okay.
What did they do? 56.
And they returned and prepared spices and ointments, and rested the Shabbat day according to the commandments.
So they did
Hallelujah.
that on the preparation
Hallelujah.
day. It
Hallelujah.
said they returned and prepared spices and ointments,
All right.
but they rested on Ha Shabbat Yom according to Ha Mitzvah.
Yeah.
Whose commandment?
Yah.
Yahweh's. Now let's go back to Old Testament to Exodus 16. So the preparation day we see is used for a yearly Shabbat. We see some people using it, and we see some other people
That
breaking
right.
it.
Just like today.
Now you're going to see that there's a preparation day which is used to prepare for the weekly
Okay.
Shabbat. Exodus 16. And if you run out of time on the preparation day, you're just out of time.
That's
But
it.
You don't try to do, you're always going to show us what you missed doing on the preparation day. You don't
You don't continue on the
say,
Sabbath.
okay, you know what, I couldn't do that.
Uh-uh.
Exodus 16, I'm sorry. And let's start at verse 4, please.
Hallelujah.
Then said Yahweh unto Moshe, Behold, I will rain bread from Shemayim for you, and the people shall go out and gather a certain rate every day, that I may prove them whether they will walk in my law or no.
Okay, now here's Yahweh after his people had been in captivity for, 430 years. And he's got to retrain them to get them back into the habit of keeping the Shabbat, telling them what you do and what you don't on the weekly Shabbat.
Yeah.
And he had to teach them about the yearly Shabbats too. It says in Yahweh, Amar unto Moshe, Behold, I will rain lechem from Shemayim for you, and Ha'am shall go out and gather a certain amount or rate every Yom, every day.
Okay.
He said, I want him to do this every day, and I want him to gather a certain amount.
Okay.
That I may prove them whether they will walk in my Torah or no.
Okay.
Okay? He said, this is how I want you to do it.
Okay.
All right, verse 5.
And it shall come to pass that on the 6th day they shall prepare that which they bring in, and it shall be twice as much as they gather daily.
So you see how he's setting it up?
Uh-huh.
And he said it shall come to pass on the 6th Yom.
Right. The preparation day.
That's the last day that they have to do whatever they're going to do before their official meeting with Yahweh on the weekly Shabbat.
Right.
It says, it shall come to pass on the 6th Yom, they shall prepare that which they bring in, and it's going to be twice as much as they gather daily.
Okay.
Now Yahweh's going to tell them why.
Uh-huh.
He said, I'm going to give you twice as much on the 6th day. All right, so the 6th day of the week is the preparation day for the weekly Shabbat.
All right.
All right, let's read verse 25. Please skip down 16.
Hallelujah.
Read verse 25.
Hallelujah.
And Moses said, eat that today, for today is a Shabbat unto Yahweh. Today ye shall not find it in the field.
All right, so he's training them.
Right,
and
right.
we all had to get that training, and we're
Yes.
still getting that training.
Yes.
Because if you go out into the world on the seventh day, you see them doing a whole range of,
I know.
and you just see them running to and fro. Well, why? Because they're ignorant. They know nothing about
That's right.
Yahweh's
Right.
weekly
Just
Shabbat.
like this.
And Moshe Amar, eat that today, for today is a Shabbat unto Yahweh.
Okay.
Today ye shall not find it in the field.
Huh.
He gave him twice as much on the sixth day,
Right.
and Yahweh fully explained it.
Yes, you did.
And so we're going to see where he fully explained it. Okay, verse 26.
6 days ye shall gather it, but on the seventh day, which is the Shabbat, in it there shall be none.
All right, so he's telling him, don't go out in the field.
Right.
He's saying, don't go on your job, because whatever you think you're earning on your job, he's saying there's none in the field.
Okay.
And people get deceived thinking that they're earning more because they're breaking the Shabbat and the high holy days, but they're not.
No,
He
they're
always
not.
said, 6 days you shall gather it in. But on the seventh Yom, which is the Shabbat, the weekly Shabbat, in it there shall be none. I don't care how many Shabbats you work and think that you're getting more money in. No, you're not, because the door is open and Satan is coming in the
That's
back door
right.
and taking it.
That's right.
He said, 6 days you gather in. On the seventh day, there's none. Because that's the Shabbat, verse 27.
And it came to pass that there went out some of the people on the seventh day for to gather, and they found none.
28.
And Yahweh said unto Moshe, how long refuse ye to keep my commandments and my laws?
That's a good question. You can ask people today that same question. Can it pass that there went out some of our am on the seventh Yom for to gather? They already been told that there is none.
Right.
The same reason people breaking the Shabbat working today. We already told them.
Right.
And Yahweh amar to Moshe, how long refuse ye to shamar my mitzvah and my Torah? How long? Verse 29.
See, for that Yahweh hath given you the Shabbat, therefore he giveth you on the sixth day the bread of 2 days. Abide ye every man in his place, let no man go out of his place on the seventh day.
And now here, Yahweh through Moshe is breaking it down to him.
Right.
He says, see, for that Yahweh has given you the Shabbat, therefore he gave you on the sixth Yom, Halechem of 2 Yom. So you get a day to rest.
Right,
You
you
don't
get
go
to chill.
out to get it.
Come
He
on now.
gave you twice as much on the sixth day, which is the preparation day.
Right.
Verse 30.
So the people rested on the seventh day.
All right, so let's go to Exodus 31st chapter. They rested after Yahweh, some of them went out there looking for it.
I know. After he told.
He said, 6 days I want you to gather. That's the rule, 6 days.
Right. Praise the mighty God.
Exodus 31. And we want to start at verse 15. Exodus
Hallelujah.
31 and verse 15. Yahweh's just bringing a point home to them and to us. So
All
we
right.
can learn.
All right.
Exodus 31 and verse 15, please.
6 days may work be done, but in the seventh is the Shabbat of rest, holy to Yahweh. Whosoever doeth any work in the Shabbat day, he shall surely be put to death.
Now, hey, if it's a lie, Yahweh told it. He said, 6 Yom may work be done, but in the seventh is the Shabbat of rest, a shalom, kadash to Yahweh. Whosoever doeth any work in the seventh Yom, he shall surely be put to move. Now you see these people breaking the Shabbat, but there's a day of reckoning coming.
Yeah.
And Yahweh is just merciful and he's long suffering.
Right.
But he said he shall certainly, positively, no doubt, be put to death. Because this is a holy day to Yahweh.
Right.
Verse 16.
Wherefore the children of Israel shall keep the Shabbat, to observe the Shabbat throughout their generations, for a perpetual covenant.
Now Yahweh had me working on this lesson throughout their generations. In their generations. It says, wherefore our band of Israel shall shamar or keep the Shabbat, to observe the Shabbat throughout their generations.
Okay.
If we're not dead, we're supposed to be keeping the Shabbat.
Right.
For a perpetual berith, not ending,
continuous,
everlasting. Verse 17.
It is a sign between me and the children of Israel forever. For in 6 days Yahweh made heaven and earth, and on the 7th day he rested and was refreshed.
Okay.
It's a sign between us and Yahweh forever. For in 6 Yom Yahweh made Shemayim and Eret, and on the 7th Yom he Shalom and was refreshed.
Right. That's what the
Let's
Sabbath
go to Deuteronomy, the 5th chapter.
Praise the mighty Yahweh.
Yahweh rehearses this and restates it over and over in different ways. Because he said this is a life or death matter.
Yes, it is.
He said if you don't get it, it won't be because it wasn't told to you over and over and explained and broken down in easy to understand words.
Yes, it is.
Deuteronomy 5, and let's start at verse 12. Deuteronomy 5 and verse 12.
Praise the mighty Yahweh.
Keep the Shabbat day to sanctify it, as Yahweh thy Elohim hath commanded thee.
Now, he said, Shamar ha-Shabbat Yom, to sanctify it, as Yahweh thy Elohim hath savah thee.
Okay.
Well, we don't have to guess how you sanctify it, how you set it apart, how you distinguish it. He goes on and tells you. Verse 13.
6 days thou shalt labor and do all thy work.
All right. All your work. All my work.
Okay.
He said, I have 6 Yom. I got 6 days.
Okay.
Whatever it is I want to get done, I better get it done in those 6 days. If I fool around and don't get done in those 6 days, it's not going to get done until after.
That's right. That's the way it should be. Y'all right. Tell it like it is.
Because Yahweh only gave me 6 days to labor and do all my work.
Okay.
All right, verse 14.
But the 7th day is the Shabbat of Yahweh thy Elohim. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, nor thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy ox, nor thy donkey, nor any of thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates, that thy manservant and thy maidservant may rest as well as thou.
Now he's saying that if you own the house, everybody in that house is supposed to be resting. Your dog, your cat, whatever you got, is supposed to be resting. Nobody's supposed to be doing anything other than resting on the Shabbat day. He said, but the 7th Yom is the Shabbat of Yahweh thy Elohim. If he's my mighty one, whoever is up in my house is going to be resting just like I'm resting.
All right.
In it thou shalt not do any work, not me, not my son, not my daughter,
Okay.
not my manservant, not my maidservant, not my ox, not my dog, not my cat, not my bird, not my cattle, or any stranger if I have some people that are visiting me.
Okay.
If they want to watch something on TV that's not dealing with a divine matter or something concerning Yahweh spiritual, they got to leave my house to go do that.
Yeah, right.
If they want to rent some videos some secular videos and play them, or DVDs and play them on my DVD player, they're not going to do that.
All right, praise.
Now, I won't take their tablet away from them because, you know, that's them. But don't let me hear it. And you better be off somewhere away from me and have some. There you go. Yeah, you're going to have them. Because if you don't have the earplugs, then I'm going to politely come to you and let you know. All right? Verse, because Yahweh said everybody rests.
All right.
And if it's my house,
okay.
All right, that's Yahweh said it, and He's running my house.
That's right, Yahweh rules.
Verse 15.
And remember that thou was a servant in the land of Mizraim, and that Yahweh thy Elohim brought thee out thence through a mighty hand and by a stretched out arm. Therefore Yahweh thy Eloheim commanded thee to keep the Shabbat day.
And He brought us all out of Mizraim. We weren't back there in ancient Mizraim with the Hamites, but we were all in Mizraim. We were all in bondage. We were all
not knowing
hooked
Yahweh.
up into this world. That's right, separated from Yahweh. He said, remember that you were an Ebed in the land of Mizraim, and that Yahweh your Elohim brought you out with a mighty hand and by a stretched out arm. He didn't have to do it, but He did.
Yes, hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Therefore Yahweh the Elohim Sabbath to Shema HaShabbat Yom. Let's go to Numbers, the 15th chapter.
It's the price you have to pay.
Sacrifice. Don't get over into presuming and assuming. He said if you get into being presumptuous, He's going to let you know what happens to you.
All right.
Don't be presuming that Yahweh's going to write another Bible for you so you don't have to keep the Shabbat. You don't have to get done during those 6 days. And then so you can do some stuff on the 7th day where Yahweh said you didn't. No. Numbers 15. And we want to start at verse 30. Now he's talking about people that presume and assume.
Yeah, he left a witness this book.
Numbers 15, let's read verse 30, please.
But the soul that doeth aught presumptuously, whether he be born in the land or a stranger, the same reproacheth Yahweh, and that soul shall be cut off from among his people.
No, he's saying, but our nephesh that doeth anything presumptuously, presuming and assuming, it applies to the rest of you all, but it doesn't apply to me.
So they think.
Oh yeah, that's for them.
Okay.
See, then I can go out and I can work on the Shabbat and I can do this and this and this.
Y'all gonna excuse me.
That's being presumptuous. He said, whether he be born in the land or a stranger, that person is reproaching Yahweh. And that nephesh shall be cut off from among his am. He's cut off. Verse 31.
Because he hath despised the word of Yahweh and hath broken his commandment, that soul shall utterly be cut off. His iniquity shall be upon him.
Yeah, he said because he's coming up against Yahweh.
Okay.
He said he despised the bar of Yahweh. He has broken his mitzvah. That nephesh shall utterly be cut off, and his sin will be upon him. He's going to bear whatever it is that he's presuming.
Right.
Presuming that the rest of us have to do, and he or she doesn't have to do. Well, he's presuming wrong. Verse 32, Yahweh's going to show us. Now he's going to give us an example.
And while the children of Israel were in the wilderness, they found a man that gathered sticks upon the Shabbat day.
33.
And they that found him gathering sticks brought him unto Moshe and Aharon and unto all the congregation.
All right, 34.
And they put him in ward, because it was not declared what should be done to him.
Now he's out there, just like you had some Israel went out to get the manna on the 7th Yom. Well, here's this man out, he's gathering him some sticks on the Shabbat. He's doing something that Yahweh's going to show us was forbidden.
Okay.
They found him gathering sticks, and they brought him unto Moshe and Aharon. And it says they put him in ward because it was not, Yahweh hadn't told him exactly what should be done to the man.
Right.
Picking up sticks on the Shabbat. That's the same difference as going to your job on the Shabbat.
Okay.
Picking up sticks on the Shabbat, doing some work, that's right. And it wasn't Yahweh's work. What happened to him? 35.
And Yahweh said unto Moshe, the man shall be surely put to death. All the congregation shall stone him with stones without the camp.
And see, here Moshe wanted to be sure that Yahweh told him what to do with this man. Yahweh amar unto Moshe, Ha-Adam shall surely, certainly be put to death. All the congregation shall stone him with stones without the camp for picking up sticks on the Shabbat.
Okay.
Verse 36.
And all the congregation brought him without the camp and stoned him with stones. And he died, as Yahweh commanded Moshe.
As Yahweh told Moshe.
Okay.
Why? Because Yahweh is setting up some things. Our forefathers had been in slavery and had gotten out of
just like us
doing
today.
what Yahweh was doing, and now we're getting back in it.
Hallelujah.
And that's why Yahweh in righteousness says, deal with it.
Right.
Exactly. Kill him in front of these people. Matter of fact, let them stone him with stones.
Right.
To let him know, I'm bringing you back. And I said, if you will obey my voice, then you'll be that holy nation. Then you'll be that peculiar treasure. All right, so he got stoned to death for picking up sticks on the Shabbat. And Yahweh is the one that gave the order, the commandment. All right, same book, Numbers. Let's go to the, Numbers, the 8th chapter. Same book, Numbers, the 8th chapter.
Hallelujah.
So Yahweh set up the preparation day for us to shower, to wash ourselves, to wash our hair, and to personally groom ourselves so that we enter into the day of the meeting with Yahweh clean. And if it's the weekly Shabbat, we're all clean. If it's the high holy day, we're all clean. Everything's taken care of.
Hallelujah.
And I remember years ago, we had this discussion, and my Iysh, let this sister know, because every Shabbat she would shampoo her hair. And he told her, oh no, sister, you got to do that on the preparation.
That's right.
You can't do that on the Shabbat. And so she didn't know. All right, so we live and we learn. Numbers 8th chapter. And let's start reading at verse 20. Numbers 8.
Hallelujah.
And let's read verse 20, please.
And Moshe and Aharon and all the congregation of the children of Israel did to the Levites according unto all that Yahweh commanded Moshe concerning the Levites. So did the children of Israel unto them.
Now, let's not have that come up in our mind. Well, see, this was for the tribe of Levi.
Okay.
Yahweh said he's made us a kingdom of priests. We're a holy nation now. He's talking to the priesthood, which is us. Okay, so just throw that. This was a predecessor, but the priesthood got changed up under Yehuda.
Hallelujah.
Where Yahshua, he was born from that tribe. And we came into the priesthood up under Yahshua.
Praise to my God.
It says that Moshe, Aharon, and all the congregation of band of Yisrael did to the Levites according to all that Yahweh saw about Moshe concerning the Levites, so did Israel unto them. What did they do? Verse 21.
And the Levites were purified, and they washed their clothes, and Aharon offered them as an offering before Yahweh. And Aharon made an atonement for them to cleanse them.
All right, so here's talking about washing the clothes again.
Right.
All right, verse 22.
And after that went the Levites in to do their service in the tabernacle of the congregation before Aharon and before his sons. And as Yahweh had commanded Moshe concerning the Levites, so did they unto them.
So you see how they were not ready to do their service at the temple until they had purified themselves, washed their clothes. So that was all involved in them being ready to even come and do anything at the temple. It says, and after that went the Levites in to do their service. in the tabernacle of the congregation before Aharon and before his bond. As Yahweh had saved Moshe concerning the Levites, so did they unto them. All right, we want the same chapter, and we're going to go up to verse 5. So the preparation day
Praise
is for
Yahweh.
men to trim their beards,
Oh yeah.
their hairs, to brush their teeth. They brush them again on the Shabbat, but they should brush them before the Shabbat actually starts. And to make their barbershop appointments. It's for women to shampoo their hair on the preparation day, to get their nails done, and to make their beauty shop appointments. To iron their clothes. That's what the preparation day is for. And it's for picking up what you need to pick up on the preparation day.
Right.
All right, Numbers 8 chapter, and let's read verse 5, please.
Hallelujah.
And Yahweh spake unto Moshe, saying,
6.
Take the Levites from among the children of Israel, and cleanse them.
Verse 7.
And thus shalt thou do unto them to cleanse them. Sprinkle water of purifying upon them, and let them shave all their flesh, and let them wash their clothes, and so make themselves clean.
So he's steadily saying, come into the weekly Shabbat clean, come into the high holy day clean, come into whatever meeting you're going to have with Yahweh clean. Wash your clothes, wash yourself. Let's go to Nehemiah or Nehemiah, the 10th chapter.
Hallelujah.
So the preparation day is for buying and selling. It's for putting gas in your car.
Right.
It's for adding money to your Ventra card.
Uh-huh.
It's for buying train tickets. That's not supposed to be happening on the Shabbat. Nehemiah, the 10th chapter. I know, because I was, my Iysh had to get me straight, because when I first came to Bible class, they were not as astute on the preparation as Yahweh grew us into being astute on it. As a matter of fact, my Iysh is the one, when he came, Yahweh used him to bring more revelation about the preparation day and about the weekly Shabbat and the high holy days and what could and could not be done. And I've said this before, there was on the Shabbat, the day part of the Shabbat, the children's class would be at 1 o'clock, and then there would be a break from 2 to 2:30 before they would start with the adult Bible study on the day part. And there was a day-old bakery across the street. So there were parents who didn't come to the children's class with their children, but they gave them money to get them some food. So on the Shabbat, they were going across the street and buying food to eat, so they could have something to eat, and then their parents would come to the adult Bible study at 2:30. And then Yahweh used my Iysh.
Hallelujah.
And had him notice, like, okay, where are the children going outside? And then he stood outside, and then he saw they were going over there spending money. Because again, we were still learning. And we just didn't have the fullness of what Yahweh brought us into.
Praise the mighty Yah.
But what happened was there was he waited that Shabbat, and then Yahweh had him, when the children came back, he said, where have you all been? Oh, we just went across the street to, get some of the day-old bakery. He said, you're not supposed to be buying anything on the Shabbat. And so, the next Shabbat, guess who was at the children's class? Because we used to be at the children's class, and we would do the adult Bible study. All the parents came that next Shabbat, want to know who was this brother telling their children that they can't go across the street and buy. Because, it was just, they didn't understand. And so once it was explained and everything, and then they started to see, oh, we're not supposed to do this on the Shabbat.
Hallelujah.
But that's what it takes. And
Yes, it
thank
does.
goodness there were some beautiful people where they did that. They got the gist of it. Okay, so we're in Nehemiah. Let's read verse 31. So now the preparation day is for buying and selling,
Okay.
not the Shabbat, not the high day.
That right?
I don't wait until the Shabbat to put gas in my car.
Right?
I put it on the preparation day if it needs it.
Uh-huh.
If I'm taking the train, I don't add the money to the train on the Shabbat. I do that before so I can make it to the temple.
That's right.
And all that stuff.
Hallelujah.
I got to arrange myself so I can do that.
That's right.
All right.
Nice.
Let's read verse 31, please.
And if the people of the land bring ware on any victuals on the Shabbat day to sell, that we would not buy it of them on the Shabbat or on the holy day, and that we would leave the 7th year and the exaction of every debt.
All right, so here's Nehemiah, and he's getting the people back because they had been in Babylonian captivity, and they had gotten into, again, like when they were in Mizraim captivity, and they had kind of gotten off to, well, we're in Roman captivity, and then so people start drifting.
Yep.
But see, Yahweh hasn't drifted. Just because you're in the different captivity, Yahweh hasn't changed. Everything is still the same. So we're the ones that always have to keep course correcting. We're the ones that always have to keep coming back. He said, and if I am of the land bring ware or any victuals on the Shabbat Yom to sell, that we would not buy it of them on the Shabbat. Well, then they're going to stop coming, right?
Right.
Just like you have people that go up and down the street, and we've had some that come into the temple and say, you know what, can we wash your windows? And it's the Shabbat. So we tell them, no, you have to come back another day. We don't buy or sell on the Shabbat.
Right.
Nah, if you're going to do it for free, but we can't even have you do it for free because that's doing work.
That it, all right.
All right? So they said not on the weekly Shabbat or on the yearly, on the high holy day. All right? And he's bringing the people into covenant to agree now to get back to Yahweh's law.